Hello, Heralds. This is another story. I just want to do it my way. My story about staying on task and asking for help. Written by Julia Cook and illustrated by Kelsey DeWeird. She's one of my favorite writers. Julia Cook has really awesome books about lessons in life. My name is RJ, and I have my own way of doing things. I sleep with my pajamas on inside out every Friday night. I put on both my shoes first and then I tie them. I eat ice cream cones from the bottom up even though it's messy. And I always save my math homework for last. I don't like doing math at all. Last week my teacher called my mom and told her I have a hard time staying on task, especially during math time. She also told her that I have 7 math papers that I haven't handed in. RJ, where are your math assignments? My mom asked me. Oh, they're in my desk at school, I said. Why don't you hand them in? Well, I kind of sort of didn't quite get them all the way finished. I don't like to do math. It's really hard on me. When my answer is 6, the right answer is 3. I'd much rather do anything other than math. I'd rather eat parsnips or even take a bath. Besides, it's hard for me to concentrate on math when Norma, the booger picker, is sitting right next to me. I never know when she'll decide to pick and flick, and sometimes she even eats them. Ew! I bet that's pretty gross. RJ, just because you don't like doing math won't make it go away. Math is very important in life, and you need to learn how to do it the right way. Do you ever ask your teacher for help? No, it's just easier to do it my way. Besides, I don't want her to know that I don't get it. Well, RJ, I think she already knows. What do you guys think? Do you think his teacher already knows about that? Last week in math, I asked Sam to help me, but he got a 10 when the answer was 3. Then my teacher got mad because we talked during math, so she moved Sam away to the back of the class. RJ, you need to ask your teacher for help when you don't understand something. Have you ever not understood something? Is it easy or hard to ask your teacher for help? It can be hard sometimes to ask for help, even as an adult. And who would you ask for help if you were having trouble with something? I tried asking once, but we were taking a test. So she said, RJ, sit down and just try your best. Another time I asked her when I didn't have a clue, and she said, you're interrupting, RJ. Please wait till I'm through. When my teacher finished talking, math time was over, so I never got the chance to ask her or show her. Could you have stayed in from recess to ask her how to do it? I can't miss recess to do math. You can't or you won't, my mom asked. Both. I don't know that I blame RJ. I don't know that I would want to miss recess to do math. The next morning, my mom took me to school early so we could look for my missing assignments in my desk. It took us a while, but we found them, along with a few other papers that were kind of sort of not quite all the way finished. RJ, this is ridiculous, my mom said. You should always ask your teacher for help when you don't understand something. You just need to figure out how and when to ask. Look at that desk. Which one of your teachers would be happy to see your desk look like that? Well, I don't think any of them. When you need to ask for help, this is what you should do. Look right at the person whose attention you seek. Ask, is now a good time for you to help me? Then clearly explain it is that you need. Clearly explain what it is that you need. And remember to say, thanks for helping me. So those are some kind of interesting questions and tips on how to get help from an adult. Look right in the eyes. Ask them, is now a good time for you to help me? And then explain what it is that you need help on. And always remember to say thank you. We like to hear thank you from other people when we help them. Makes us feel good. And that we know that the other person helped us. As soon as I got home from school, my mom looked at me and said, RJ, life as you know it is going to change. And it did. My mom gave me 20 minutes to eat my snack and have free time usually. Usually I get at least an hour. Then she sat with me at the kitchen table and together we worked on my halfway done assignments until they were all the way done. I had to sit there for like 46 years. Now, I don't know that it was exactly 46 years, but it was probably a really long time. And I bet, do you think RJ got frustrated with all that work he had to do? Yeah, probably. Before I went to bed that night, my dad came into my room to talk to me. RJ, Mom said you had to sit at the kitchen table for 46 years tonight, getting your missing assignments done. You need to do a much better job of staying on task so you can finish your work and turn it in on time. That's exactly what my teacher says. Well, RJ, when you start your assignments, you need to try harder to stay on task so you will get farther. If you keep on working until you are through, you'll just be amazed at what you're able to do. Maybe it was 46 years that he sat at the kitchen table. It's an awful long time. And I bet he'd much rather do other things like go outside and play. But I don't like to do it that way, I said. I like to do it my way so I don't have to do the same thing over and over and over again for a long, 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 long time. Well, son, your way isn't working out very well. Besides, if you stay on task, the over and over part doesn't take that long. Yeah, Dad, but it's hard to think about math when Norma I know, RJ, Mom told me. Always thinking about Norma again. And sometimes during math, Rodney tries to burp the alphabet and then everyone laughs. And then, RJ, when I mow the lawn, I get all of it done. I don't stop in the middle, even though it's not fun. I work very hard to finish my task, because if I quit too soon, we will have crooked grass. Your way works okay for a kid who is little, but you're too big now, RJ, to stop in the middle. Even if Norma is picking her nose or Rodney is trying to burp the alphabet. You know, sometimes we have a way of doing things and then it doesn't work for us anymore and we have to kind of change what we're doing. And gosh, that can be frustrating when we change our routine because we're not used to doing things differently. The next day I went to school and handed in all of my missing assignments. About 46 years worth. Way to go, RJ. My teacher was so proud of me, she did the happy dance. RJ, she said, I bet it feels great to be all caught up. Now, I want you to think of all your teachers. Which ones do you think would do a happy dance? I bet I could name a few of them that would do a happy dance. But I hope you're not waiting to get 46 years worth of assignments in. Now we need to figure out a way to help you stay caught up. First of all, I want you to know that you can always ask me for help if you need it. If I can't help you right when you ask, I will make sure I find another time that works for both of us. Now you need to do a better job of staying on task so you can finish your work and turn it in on time. That's exactly what my dad says. But I just don't like doing the same thing over and over and over for a long, long, long time. I just like to do it my way. Besides, Norma always, I know, RJ, but your way just isn't working. When you need to stay on task, you should take a good look at what it is you must do. Focus on each step and just think it through. Don't let others interrupt you or pull you away. Keep working on through, and on task you will stay. RJ, if you can stay on task, the over and over part won't take you as long. Well, look, the teacher offered RJ a couple of tips and tricks on staying on task. Some of these are hard to do, though, aren't they? Like not get distracted or let other people pull you away, or feeling overwhelmed because there's a lot of steps to something. I think from now on, when it's time for you to work on your math, I'll let you go to the back of the room and sit in the verb villa. You'll have a little bit more space to wiggle while you are working, and the other kids won't distract you as much. She has kind of a seating area. Some of your teachers have that too, where you can change where you're sitting or change seats. So today during math, I tried doing things a different way. I listened as closely as I could when my teacher explained our assignment. Well, I think they're doing division. And that takes a lot of concentration because you have to make sure you get all your steps right. I understand just about all of it except for one little part. So I went up to her after, waited for the perfect time, and then asked her to help me. I remembered to tell her thank you, just like my mom said. Then I went to the back of the room and did my math in the verb villa. I got all of it, all the way done. And I even understood it. And the best part of all is I didn't have to worry about Norma's picking or Rodney's burping. I wonder how RJ felt about all that. Getting it done and not being distracted. How would you feel? I looked at my teacher and thought, wow, could it be? Now this is a teacher who really gets me. She's willing to help me each time I ask, and she'll go out of her way to help keep me on task. A new way of doing things is just what I need, and with the verb villa's help, I'm sure to succeed. It feels great to be caught up and not be behind. Now my over and over won't take so much time. And hopefully I won't have to spend another 46-year night at the kitchen table. I bet that feels great for RJ. So some of the big takeaway points from this are what RJ's mom told him to do, right, when asking for help, was to look right at the person whose attention you seek. Ask them, is now a good time for you to help me? Then clearly explain what it is that you need. And always remember to say, thank you for helping me. And what the teacher said was take a good look at what it is you must do, focus on each step, and just think it through. Don't let others interrupt you or pull you away. Keep working on through, and on task you will stay. So I hope you kind of remember some of those things as we change our routines from school to being at home and learning. And if you have any trouble, remember to ask your teachers. I know it's hard to ask them and look them in the eye right now, but you can send them a message on email or have your parent or family do that. And we hope that you reach out if you're not understanding something. And I look forward to reading to you again. Again, one of my very favorite authors, Julia Cook, and her story of, I just want to do it my way. Thanks for listening. Bye, Heralds.